Shay, you know, when I tee it up that way, that Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, I think it's really a fair question. Do you feel like we unfairly criticize him?
I think the thing is what Sirianni is missing. Saturday, you correct me if I'm wrong. I think the more great players you have around you, the less your quarterback gets credit. Look at Terry Bradshaw. He doesn't ever get mentioned as one of the greats. He won 4 Super Bowls, never lost. But they say, look at all those Hall of Famers. Look at that outstanding defense. Another example, Troy Aikman. They're like, well, damn, he got Emmitt Smith in his backfield to rush for damn near 20,000 yards. He got the playmaker. He had Deion Sanders. He had Charles Haley. So the more great players you have around you, I think the less credit you get. The reason why we gave Tom Brady so much credit because we was looking at him and he didn't have a top flight receiver. Were they very good for that system? Absolutely. But when they left and went elsewhere, they didn't. Look at Deion Branch. Deion Branch was Super Bowl MVP. He went out to Seattle. I thought he was sleeping in Seattle. I thought he was in the movie with Meg Ryan. That's what happened. Tom got credit. Tom got credit because you looking at that roster, it's like, well, dang, these guys couldn't play anywhere else but New England. So I just think that's the thing, is because Jalen does what is asked. They're explosive in the run game. They're efficient in the pass game. But they're saying, we need to see him like have to carry a team throwing the football. But that's not how they're built. You can't blame him for Howie Roseman building a roster and them calling plays according to the talent that they have. So yes, maybe he does, but this is not new. If you go back and check history, you look at the quarterbacks, look at the ones that they felt had the greatest talent around them, Troy Aikman, Terry Bradshaw, they never got the credit that I felt they rightfully deserved.
I think he gets unfairly criticized, and I think it's especially this year, I think he was criticized more than in the past, and people kind of attacked him because of Saquon Barkley and the way this offense plays,
yes.
and they limited, but it is unfair. And here's why I would say that. We all both sides of the fence here, right? We want to talk about, is he an elite quarterback? Is he this? Is he that? Here's what he's elite at: winning. Right, he's elite at winning. Dude's been in 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. That's pretty elite, right? Like I'm gonna tell you, I'll take it, right? I'll go to the Super Bowl every year if he throws for less than 3,000 yards and they go to the Super Bowl year after year. I'm all for that. I think what happens in our game is it is much more fun for most fans to watch a passing offense. Sure. It's more electric. People feel good about. Oh my goodness, right? It's look how he threw that ball, and it's the reality is. It is a low-risk, high-reward offense that he's in. And not only does he do it in the passing game, he can do it in the run game as well. So he is a true dual-threat quarterback, and he gets compared with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and all those guys. And the difference for him and these other guys, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, right? Lamar, Josh aren't because of the division they're in with Mahomes. And unfortunately, they're going to run into that buzzsaw, and until somebody knocks him off, that's going to be the conversation. But he is definitely over-criticized. Can he win? I got exhausted on here talking about, can he win if they shut down Saquon Barkley? Well, most teams aren't going to shut down Saquon Barkley, but he can still win.
Exactly.
And you saw what he did.
It's not going to cost you the game either. When you talk about some of those sexier quarterbacks, then you're worrying about losing the turnover battle as well.
He plays within a system. And listen, I'm an offensive lineman. I love team guys.
Yeah.
This dude plays. Here's the difference. When he threw for 68 yards or whatever it was in the playoffs, and on Get Up, we're making fun of it, and Greeny's talking about how many yards or how many feet he threw for instead of yards. Josh Allen threw for 127 that same week, but they beat Lamar Jackson. But we don't talk about it like that, right? Because you do as a quarterback what it requires to win, and he's unfairly criticized because of the, quote, other quarterbacks he's being compared to. The dude wins, and that's all that really matters in the NFL.
You're wrong.
I'm right.
You're wrong, and dare I say, you're being a bit sensitive. Let me break.
I hope you do.
Let me break it down for you, and I'm gonna help you out here. Shannon, put Shay up on the screen, please, because you know what? Not speaking to you directly, but just using you as an example for the rest of the world, Shannon. Why don't y'all do away with your podcast? Why don't you do away with your shows? Do you have any idea, Jeff Saturday, how brilliant you are talking football? how would anybody know if you didn't have something to talk about? How would anybody know if we didn't ask the damn questions? Do you want people talking about the sport or don't you? No, I'm being very, very serious here. Understand what I'm talking about. People go to the war. How do these sports get so popular? How does the NFL have a multi-billion-dollar deal? How does the NBA that people have complained about, supposedly there's some rating dips, supposedly interest is dissipated. Last time I checked, they signed an 11-year, $76 billion deal. How the hell that happened, Shay? Ain't nobody talking about it. How the hell does that happen if nobody's interested in it? Okay, and so what happens? Because see, here's the point. Mr. Saturday, champion. Mr. Shannon, Sharpe, champion. Okay. Before, there was a time when you watched people in the media and you said, what the hell are they talking about? We need to be on TV doing this, right? This man goes into the podcast world and blowing up the damn spot. You understand what I'm saying? It's got to a point where Shannon Sharpe is comfortable calling himself Oprah Barbara Walters. I mean, that's what we're talking about. You understand? And damn it, I'm with you, brother. Keep saying it. Keep doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Just Saturday, all of a sudden, people look at it. Damn, he really knows something about football. Duh, you think? You understand what I'm saying? You got people like yourself educating folks about the sport. Somebody comes across and they say, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm thinking. Jalen Hurts right here. Since week 5, the Philadelphia Eagles have run the ball more than anyone in the NFL.
Sure.
And they've thrown the ball the least of anybody in the NFL. Why? A.J. Brown's on the sideline reading motivational books to keep himself composed and from exploding. Why? Because he's not getting the ball enough. There were rumors, not me, there were rumors about how after this season is over, he might want to leave. Why is that? We don't know. You're asking the questions. You're deducing. Okay, if I got a quarterback that can sling this damn football and he's getting him the ball, would he be saying that? Chances are no. So why is he saying it now? Maybe it's because of what people are speculating. Then you bring up what people are speculating, and you go to the Jeff Saturdays of the world, and you go to the Shannon Sharpes of the world. But that's not good enough. Oh, my God, I'm getting so tired of discussing. Well, stop it. Stop it. The fact is, when you watch sports, this is what happens. You're not coming across like, yo, I definitively know. What you're saying is, this is what I'm seeing. I'm asking this question. This is how it looks. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It creates dialogue.
Yeah.
It creates conversation. It creates interest. What's the crime? What's the crime? Y'all got to stop this, man.
The crime is not the conversation.
The crime
is the criticism.
Yeah, is the criticism, the unfair criticism of what he's doing.
But what's the criticism is what I'm saying. If somebody's watch Patrick Mahomes throw the ball and you watch Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen or Matthew Stafford, and he's flowing, not when he's not flowing, and others. And you see this, you compare it to the competition.
Sure.
You're literally, I tell all the time, I'm not talking about you against somebody like me or somebody else. I'm talking about you amongst your peers. If you're in the NBA, there's 450 spots in the NBA. There's 1,600 spots in the National Football League. There's millions upon millions who wish they were there.
For sure.
But you're there. Why are you there and they're not? So you dissect and you analyze and you evaluate what one is bringing compared to the other to define what excellence is and what it